let us chit-chat about the greatest gift that we all can get from a person who knows how to be herself. Your lovely 5D mystic in the Enlightenment Soul Age group, remember, because you get here, you'll know when it happens, and you'll feel right back at home in your true self if you've always maintained unconditional love. Raise your hand. It's in here. Okay, so we're not going to do any technical chit-chat. I'm actively going to share with you all one of the greatest gifts that a person who has consistently said, I'm flawed and imperfect, but I'm so cute. That's cool. I'm cool. So I know that this human being in front of you say, again, we're all different, but I have a twin. So for me, being different isn't defective, okay? So I haven't had the defective 1 to 3 year old feeling. I didn't get the 3 to 7 shame submissive. The like, oh my God, I'm so helpless. So I don't have any of those wounds that other people, I see them on screen actively, guess what I did today? So again, I only know I love who I am. Somebody's going to love me. No, everyone's going to love me and just the way I am, because I'm not going to be anybody different. I don't change. I consistently expand. And that's the part of where being yourself is really fun, because it is done with integrity and flaws. That's why we have flaws. It's not out of comparison. Is that something, I don't like you. Okay, so the greatest gift you can ever and will ever receive, and I still remember the day I got it. Oh, those, let me use the song. Anyone, Sleeping Beauty? Once Upon a Dream. I'm going to sing it because it is singing in my ear, and every time I hear it, I'm thinking of that beautiful gift. So, I know you, I walked with you once upon a dream. I know you, the gleam in your eyes is so familiar a gleam. And although it's true that visions are seldom what they seem, if I know you, I know what you'll do. You'll love me at once, the way you did once upon a dream. And I'm not the most in tune, but that song is just beautiful as it sings and sings and sings. And as I consistently live this beautiful moment, and then I'm able to share with you as a mystic, I have all my past lives that is with, so you have past lives with different people. If you are an Akashic record reader, you will know, because you also know of past life regressions. Okay, so a lot of words I don't use technical verbiage, but I have past life regressions. It sounds really weird because I actively didn't even know that that's what was happening. And then I go, okay, that makes a lot of sense. So all of it does. So, long story short, with the people that you have in your oversoul, I as a mystic, am sharing with you all, you'll know if you're a feminine. If you're an actual feminine, this means that you don't have a broken heart. The broken heart means, I forgave. And I'm not trying to be mean, but that looks like a 3-year-old who wants a hug, not a divine feminine who doesn't know what a divine feminine knows, which is nobody has a heart that can break. It's an actual muscle. Does anybody know what mindful and mindfulness and mindsight and mindset are? So mindfully being aware means you know that your emotions come up, your thoughts come up. They're not truths, and you process them. That's why we don't do the post-traumatic growth, the ones who have a good relationship with emotions. Now, okay, remember, everybody comes from different places. So the greatest gift that any one of us who knows how to be ourselves, which is the actual feminine, who doesn't have separation, and then those who come back home and they become their own feminine, okay, and so some have clairs and some don't. So this is not a special gift, but it is you returning home to your true authentic self, and no childhood wounds leading the way, no projection, no trust break, none of the broken heart stuff. The broken heart stuff, you'll notice it because of the way it comes across. But that's once your ears are clear, because you're in your prefrontal cortex. So you are actively aware. I have, like you, implicit memory, explicit memory. I have implicit and explicit biases, meaning I have Maria opinions, subjects, all of this. Okay, so I'm able to say, here it is over here, and do the best that I can to be a clear slate, not because I have to, but because I can be mindfully self-aware, and again, create that bit of distance from my body, mind, and heart to say I'm exchanging a conversation, for example, and an interaction with another. So So as long as there's no physical threat, I don't need to be in a modulated embodied self, but I'm instead in my restorative embodied self. And that's what you get to do if you put to practice every day mindset, the inner growth, and tapping into, with your desire, infinite higher human conscious potential experiences, which you do here. That's because integration of the brain is what I'm talking about. Okay? But if you do, I want to do it, I want it now, then you're going to slow yourself down, quote unquote. Okay. So this beautiful gift is called, when somebody that you meet, an actual other physical human being, okay, because that's the time that you get seen exactly as you are, and then you get welcomed, not soothed. The soothed part comes when I share with you that I'm upset. I'm having a really sad day, and that's where it's beautiful. So like with Claire's, there are things that you wake up from, and sometimes it's really sad. But because those who are not within the mystic plane, they think our woo-woo spiritual stuff is bullshit, they actively don't have an open heart and an open ear, and therefore they actively talk down to us, and their body tells us, or the tone does. So they don't give us the gift of soothing, but we don't take it personally because we know how to soothe ourselves. This is where the feminine is a independent, divine feminine, my body, divine masculine, my mind. Okay, so I know how to regulate my nervous system. So that's why it's not personal. You just, okay, I'm not going to be soothed when I have moments of my life that are involving certain types of emotions from that human being or that whatever. So you don't think they don't welcome me for who I am. I won't share with them anything ever again. No, you still can share if you want, but you'll know that if you're upset, that won't be a safe haven for you. That's where my solo poly secure people, they know all about our relationships. We know that sometimes we have mismatch of expectations, meaning that we want different things, and so we can create secure connections that are only secure base. And that means we just kind of like weather talk, no emotions involved. It's here's what I did today, here's how. And so if I'm upset, they're not the people I go to. And then I can have safe haven instead. I go to for emotional support. Maybe we don't have same interests, so I don't do the secure base part because they don't like to talk about the same topics. Okay? And then you develop eventually the one and or ones who will be secure attachment figures, and so they actively are always on to soothe you when you're emotionally in any kind of thing, because we don't bring humbug to each other, but we say, wow, today, and they are in their prefrontal cortex, and so they're emotionally available. Their thoughts, their emotions, they're not bringing in their opinion. They're not doing their bias, anything. They're there to give you a safe haven, secure base space actively. So this is silent, and again, this is open, and they're hugging you or they're just allowing, and you'll feel it. That's why you'll feel welcomed completely. So the soothing takes place, and then there's that safety and that security. And that's where, in those moments, you are welcome just the way you are. And it's a beautiful gift, especially for those of us who are mystics and who have this beautiful relationship with our entire oversoul. So it's not only your twin flame or flames or soulmates, and it's not only the earth, it's actively also beyond the earthly dimension. We pick up on themes, we pick up on potential future events, all these things, but we don't do what the 4D do. So it is very nice to have that great gift of being seen, soothed, safe, and secure, because somebody accepts you, respects you, and loves you unconditionally, with your flaws, with integrity, just the way you are. That's true love. And that's true partnership. And it doesn't have to be romantic, but that's actively a true romantic partnership, is when you and I can be there, always lifting each other up higher. To have that, that's a functional adult. So if some people are not here yet, first they go to good therapy, like with Terry Real or Patrick Tian, and they figure it out with them, and then they know how to self-regulate, and they also know how to have actual open-ended communication conversations, because nobody's taking anything personally. The people who do it's parenting now, they have the all or nothing, black and white thinking of narrow consciousness, the narrow states of consciousness. They basically stay Cusco, so they can have fun with their human suffering, love, ups and downs, and all over the town. And actively in the book Poly Secure, you'll find out what that is. It's people who They say it's the ball and a chain to get married. They use all the gender stereotypes, all of that stuff. So, and they do typically think of polyamory as unfaithful. I try to explain we're not unfaithful. We're consensually non-monogamous people because we actually also, some of us have healthy self-worth, so we know that we won't be replaced. We actively know that, you know, we have people that are openly talking to us. So again, grown-ups know how to talk, always, and with a good mood. It's a smile, not a frown. And then it's passion. And so we'll be back with more. Have a good one.